We are gathered here today to sip some tea, honey, so make sure you guys have your teacups ready because this tea is what? Piping hot. Hey, you guys, it's your girl T, and I hope everybody's doing good this morning. I just wanted to come on here and do a few videos. We had a lot of really cool discussions on Instagram this morning, and I know I was getting a few video requests. So one of the video requests that people were asking me to do was to talk about the whole Kendrick Lamar situation, okay? So if you guys don't know, this weekend, Kendrick Lamar was trending all over Twitter because of the graduation gift that he chose to get his little sister. Her name is Kayla Duckworth, and basically she posted on Instagram thanking her brother for getting her a brand new 2007 Toyota. So when she posted the picture and she thanked her brother Kendrick, all of a sudden some folks on Twitter caught themselves trying to drag Kendrick up and down Twitter by his damn braids, okay? I'm like, really? Folks were saying things like, how dare he get her a Toyota? He's worth millions of dollars. Stop being a cheap punk. I can't believe he chose to buy her a Toyota Camry instead of a BMW or instead of a Benz or a Maserati. Like, how dare he not look out for his sister? Y'all go ahead and check out these tweets, these comments, and folks going back and forth on social media. Check this out. I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary. Alright, so you guys just saw the comments, the tweets, and what folks had to say about our favorite TDE rapper, Kendrick Lamar. You know, what I find funny about this whole situation is that Kendrick Lamar is the same rapper who recently was praised for coming out with a song called Sit Down, Be Humble. Check this out.
Sit down, be humble, bitch, sit down, be humble, sit down.
So this is the same rapper that said, sit down and be humble, yet you guys expect him to buy his 17-year-old sister a brand new Mercedes-Benz, a brand new BMW, a Maserati, a Ferrari. Some of y'all must be smoking damn bath salts, okay? That is not who Kendrick Lamar is. That is not in Kendrick Lamar's nature. Let me bring y'all back to 2013. This is why me and my son have always been big fans of Kendrick Lamar, and this is why we'll always have Kendrick Lamar's back, because Kendrick Lamar is actually humble, okay? Now, back in 2013, Kendrick Lamar's net worth was $9 million. And instead of taking that $9 million and buying a huge sprawling mansion and tricking it off on cars and doing all this shit that Drake and a lot of these other rappers were doing back then, and Tyga, Kendrick Lamar chose to buy himself a modestly priced home. Kendrick paid $523,000 for the home. He paid cash for it. He owns the home. The only thing he has to do is just keep up the property taxes, and basically he's good. In that same year, Drake dropped $9 million for his mansion. Tyga spent $6.5 million for his house. And fast forward to 2017, Tyga has no home to speak of, okay? He's constantly getting kicked out of this place and that place. And now that Kylie Jenner is not funding his lifestyle, he's really shit out of luck. Kendrick Lamar's house was 78,000 square feet. He didn't have a visible tennis court or an Olympic-sized, pool. He didn't have a garage full of flashy cars. It doesn't mean that he can't afford to do all that, but Kendrick Lamar is thinking like a damn adult, and that's what a lot of y'all don't realize, and unfortunately, a lot of people in our community do not understand finance. We've had really good discussions on my Instagram page about finance and just, credit and things like that. And I'm no finance professor, and I'm not trying to be, but I know a lot about finance because I worked in the finance industry. And when you buy a car, it automatically depletes in value. What a lot of young people don't realize is that when you buy high-end cars like Mercedes, BMWs, and things like that, there is a maintenance tag with that, okay? Just because you're spending anywhere from $60,000 to $100,000 on a car means nothing. You still have to be able to have the money to maintain it. Some of those high-end cars, just an oil change on like a Maserati, because I've checked it out, some of those oil changes cost about $300, whereas an oil change on a regular Toyota is no more than $30. This young woman is a college student, and let's not forget she was also a teen mom. Where is she going to get the money every month to maintain having a BMW or a Maserati or a high-end car? She's not going to be able to maintain that as a college student. She'd have to depend on her brother, and Kendrick does not want his little sister depending on him. Hence why he made the economical and smart decision to buy his sister a brand new Toyota Camry. With that being said, I would like to know what y'all's peoples got y'all for y'all's graduation. A lot of y'all just got a damn graduation card with maybe $5 to $100 in that card, a pat on the back, a hug, and a kiss on the cheek. A lot of y'all didn't receive no cards. So why y'all talking all this shit about what he chose to buy his sister? At the end of the day, it's his money, and because he doesn't want to squander his money or trick it off, I respect that. Kendrick is now worth roughly $18 million in 2017. So could he afford to buy his sister a brand new Bentley or BMW? Of course he could. But why trick off his money? Why waste his money on something that she's not going to be able to maintain? A lot of y'all really need to research and really understand how economics work, how credit works, how things work. Just because somebody's living in a mansion means nothing. You can have a mansion with an Olympic-sized pool, tennis court, all that stuff, but the property tax is going to be super high. The light bill is going to be super high. To cool and heat the home is going to be super high. A lot of people who are millionaires end up going broke just from trying to maintain their lifestyle.
You might have a lot of money. And I break this down to people all the time. A guy who's making thousands might think, I only got thousands. I need this to pay this bill. And he going through those thousands every month, and he's struggling. A guy who got millions, got bigger bills. That guy who got thousands might have a better life than that guy who got millions, because now he got to keep all this, the upkeep on all this stuff. He got millions, but it's going out every day. So everything he making, he coming right back around and spending and going back trying to figure it out, trying to create more stuff. It depends what type of entrepreneur you is, a businessman you are, or whatever.
That's how a lot of folks go broke, and Kendrick Lamar understands that. He does not want to spend his money maintaining a lifestyle. He'd rather have everything paid off and be economical and have his money in the bank and in investments, and that's how we all should be thinking, okay? There's nothing wrong with spoiling yourself and getting yourself something nice if you can afford it. If you can afford the maintenance on a Maserati, if you can afford the maintenance on a BMW, if you can afford the maintenance on a Lexus, then by all means, do you. But if you cannot afford the maintenance, the upkeep, then you need to stick to something more economically savvy, because if you get into these high-end cars and you're paying this high-ass car note and something happens to the car, you're going to have your car repossessed, and it's going to ruin your credit. I've had several friends go through this a few years back when people were getting big bonus checks at our jobs, and several of my friends chose to get brand new BMWs. I chose to get a Hyundai Santa Fe. Could I have afforded to get a BMW at the time? Yes, I could have. But I'm like, nah, it's going to be hard for me to maintain, and if something happens, I'm going to stick to what the hell I know. So I went and got me a brand new Hyundai Santa Fe. And fast forward 6 years later, I still have my truck, and all of those friends who ran out and got BMWs, every last one of their BMWs got repossessed. Why? Because their car notes were over $500. They all ended up having all types of issues with the vehicle. And because those cars are not easy to fix, it's not like taking in a Hyundai or a Toyota where there's parts that are cheap. these are high-end cars, so they need special parts. And I know for my one girl, she was having a lot of issues with the transmission. It was gonna cost a few $1,000s to fix it. On top of having a car note that was over $500, it was enough to break her, so she had to give the vehicle back. She couldn't afford to pay the payments on top of getting the car fixed, so she had to go and give the vehicle back. It ended up messing up her credit, and then she had to roll in like a little junk car for a while until she could get her credit back up. So this is what happens to a lot of people when they're sitting here trying to floss in front for other people who don't matter. Because at the end of the day, something happens to that vehicle. If that vehicle goes out, if the vehicle has some type of mechanical problem, those same people that you're fronting and flossing for, they're not going to help you fix that issue with your car. So people really need to think about that. I give Kendrick Lamar props and praises for doing that. I would not give a 17-year-old girl a brand new Bentley or a brand new BMW. We don't need her getting robbed. We don't need her getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? The reason why a lot of these celebrities do what they do, and, you know, they're flashy and they buy their kids brand new Range Rovers and, you know, all the stuff that you see on social media, they're doing that to maintain a lifestyle. They're doing that to sell you guys a dream and to make it look like they have it like that. But a lot of these people are literally living a facade. And they're literally one check away from losing their homes, from losing their fancy cars. And that's why a lot of them have to struggle so much. That's why a lot of these celebrities, you see them now turn into reality television and they're acting ratchet and fighting and doing all types of crazy stuff just so they can maintain a lifestyle that people think that they really can afford, that 9 times out of 10, they truly can't afford it. Don't let the glitz and glamour of Instagram and social media fool y'all. What Kendrick Lamar did was the right thing. People buying their children brand new luxury cars, unless they can afford it and their kids can afford to maintain it, it makes no sense whatsoever. These cars are not easy to maintain. So think about that before you go and sign your name on a 72-month car contract if you cannot afford the maintenance on that vehicle. Because if you cannot afford the maintenance on that vehicle, if you cannot afford to repair that vehicle, it will come back to bite you in the ass. Your car will get repossessed. You guys know I worked in finance. I also worked in repossession for a while. And that was one of the problems that people would have, is that they would get themselves into these fancy cars, get these large car notes, and then we'd have to repossess them. They'd be mad, and it was just a mess. And people would ruin their credit over a car. And one thing nowadays, you gotta have good credit. So you have to know about maintaining your credit and building your credit. And that's something I'm very, very savvy about, is credit. And maybe I'll make some videos concerning credit sometime in the future. I just don't have the time to now. But there's lots of ways to build your credit. And once you get your credit built up, there's credit cards that literally pay you to shop and use their cards. That's how I'm able to fly as much as I fly. I don't pay to fly. I literally fly all over the country based on credit card points. So it's just, you know, things that you have to know. You have to understand finance and credit. And I wish that more kids would appreciate what Kendrick Lamar did for his sister by not putting her in debt, by not putting her in a bad situation, as opposed to clowning him and clowning her, when most of y'all are riding the damn bus, okay? Anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire crazy situation about folks getting mad at Kendrick Lamar for not buying his sister a damn luxury car as if a 2017 Toyota Camry is something to sneeze at. Anyways, y'all, go ahead and leave a comment. Let's get the discussion popping. All right, deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit Lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.